There are currently over 1,045,000 Korean immigrants residing in the United States with diverse cultural identities, including Korean and American. Due to the homogeneous backgrounds of Koreans, they are expected to live in community together, even in abroad. On the contrary, they form diverse groups based on their cultural identities.
서로 약간 common culture background도 어느 정도 둘 다 있고 한데 되게 물과 기름처럼 되게 잘 안 섞이는 그런 모습을 많이 봤어요.
Multiple Korean groups exist within universities of the United States, and those Koreans struggle to mix because of their distinct identities. Often expressing surprises by their cultural differences, sometimes utilize humors to segregate or exclude one group from another. Terms like fresh off the boat or fob for short are used to describe newly arrived Koreans.
fob이란 단어, she's fob.
And Koreans who have come to settle in the US often express dissatisfaction, stating that living in Korea is better than living in the US.
한국 유학생들은 나 빨리 한국 가야 돼. 한국이 훨씬 재밌어. 이거를 꼭 입에 달고 사는데.
We explored how participants from different groups form their cultural identities by creating life graphs to discuss their experiences. They settle in the US through various paths and face numerous challenges in adapting to a new environment.
부모님이 저랑 엄청 싸웠어요. 제가 한국 사람 안 되고 싶다고 저 미국 사람이라고 자꾸 싸우니까 밖에 먹는 식당 같은 거는 절대로 안 갔어요.
어느 정도였냐면은 아예 한국의 문화를 아예 거의 집에서 빼고는 이제 약간 거의 단절을 한 상태 느낌이어서. Additionally, they all significantly shape their identities based on the influence of friends they met as adults. 그러다가 이제 1.5학년 지나서부터는 다시 완전 코리안이 됐어요.
Because they have a similar background as like you?
Yeah, it was very easy.
To lower barriers between groups and foster empathy, we gathered 3 individuals with diverse identity spectrums. The 3 participants exchanged profiles and took on role-playing, immersing themselves in missions and adapted versions of each other's personas.
초등학교 때 이후로 이제 넘어와서 기러기 가족으로 살고 있습니다.
안녕하세요. 테일러고 미국에서 태어났고요.
네, 안녕하세요. 저 이름은 모르겐인데요.
네.
대학원 학생이고.
In the first interview session, we conducted an OX quiz show where participants chose responses based on their characters' standpoints, sometimes selecting answers different from their own thoughts due to immersion. In the second session, participants engaged in a role-playing mission where they were given specific scenario of making new friends during a university orientation. Participants immersed themselves in their characters and discussed each other's interests and the challenges of living as Koreans in the US. This allowed them to deeply understand each other's perspectives. They particularly bonded over their shared interests in K-pop.
It's BTS.
Yes,
BTS.
Because of...
Find 17 later.
yeah, and also 7.
After the roleplay ended, participants returned to their original characters and reflected on each other's interviews.
It was a little bit hard to think of it not in my shoes, so I think that definitely affected what I said. Like the goal is to have an education in America, and then also like it's always this question of like, oh, am I doing it to stay in America and create a life here, or is it like I know eventually I'll move back to Korea because it's more comfortable? And 제가 여기서 살 수 있는지 이렇게 그 질문이 많이 오는 것 같아요.
The roleplay provided them with an opportunity to understand and empathize with each other on aspects they could not previously comprehend. They also became aware of their own cultural biases. Immigrants grow up absorbing various cultures and forming unique cultural identities. Even if they speak the same Korean language, they inevitably develop different cultural perspectives from those raised in Korea.
한국말을 못하거나 아니면 한국말 잘 못하면
혹시나 내가 루드하게 하면 어떡하지? 뭐 내가 얘네들의 그 뉘앙스를 이해 못하고 잘못 반응하면 어떡하지? 이런 게 확실히 있는 것 같아요.
Yet, share cultural content like K-pop can bring them closer together. Therefore, we believe that creating engaging content that builds cultural empathy can break language barriers, extend conversations, and create common bonds. In addition, providing guidelines in understanding cultural backgrounds can also be effective.